This is Kindred of New York, a Vampire the Masquerade actual play story. I'm your storyteller, Yirco, and my troupe includes JT as Mick Birmingham and Trish as Valerie Moreau. This is episode 12, Claim. As a special content warning for this episode, it does contain an allusion to physical torture. However, nothing is explicitly described in the game. If you are sensitive to that sort of thing, please be advised. Mick and Valerie were on a street corner in Hell's Kitchen, which functionally will be your domain going forward. Not the entirety of Hell's Kitchen, if that wasn't clear. A few blocks within that neighborhood. We left you guys off kind of in the middle of a rather serious conversation. Valerie had just mustered all of her strength to speak ill of Victor, basically, to admit that she had a connection with him that was not quite wholesome, that left her without all of her own agency. And Mick had just said, essentially, that he's not about it.
It's time to stop.
What time of night was it? I think it was pretty early, probably before midnight, I would think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We should still be on the 30th, I think.
I think so, probably.
Going into...
Even in a video game, I don't know what day it is.
Going into the 1st, I think.
Well, you guys want to pick up where that conversation left off?
Mm-hmm.
You guys do have business to attend to tonight. I'll say that Valerie, Victor would have offered after Mick arrived to give the two of you a little bit of a tour of his domain, which we can play out or just gloss over. I can give you the relevant information if you like. But that is for when you are ready for it. You guys have more to say to each other while you have this opportunity, while you have
Agency.
no listening. While you have agency, yes. I was going to say, while you have no listening ears, question mark, who could possibly overhear your conversation on a street corner at 11 at night in Hell's Kitchen?
Valerie got real quiet after saying what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Still is really clammed up, I guess. Still looks stressed.
Mick's gonna do his best to just make eye contact with you. Tell me what to do.
She's not making eye contact. Probably, I'm assuming at this point we'd be walking back towards the apartment.
That's up to you.
And she says, I don't know what to do.
Do you want this?
I don't know. I don't know what I want.
You want to be stuck? To him? Trapped?
Is that how it seems?
You're having a very hard time telling me this right now, so yes, it does seem like you feel you might be controlled.
I don't know, Mick. I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, you did. I think you need a clear mind in order to decide what you want.
My mind is clear enough. I think. Victor's gonna... I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
Victor's gonna show us around in a little bit.
Right.
I know he... Sorry, I did it again.
Just try and stay close to me, if you can.
I can handle myself, Mick. But
I
appreciate you.
I didn't say you couldn't handle yourself. It was just a request. But thank you for saying that.
People don't give you enough credit.
It's not about me, but thank you.
Let's figure this stuff out with Jake.
Yeah.
And then address any other issues. Because while I don't know what I want, we need a place to hunt. We need this right now.
Yeah.
So, you're heading back to the apartment, the one which Victor has prepared for you, and that Valerie, you slept in the previous day. You get to the building. The neighborhood that you're in is mostly relatively low brownstone buildings, 2-3 floors, residential largely, some little shops and restaurants here and there. A relatively lively part of town, not as bright and active as, you know, maybe some of the strips of clubs, or, you know, not as busy as areas in like the financial district or someplace with more large businesses, large companies.
Mm-hmm.
It fits pretty softly within that niche of living within the city. For the people who are living, that is to say. The apartment that you are permitted to stay at within Victor's domain is decently sized, all things considered. Victor must get money from somewhere. Valerie, you wouldn't know precisely what he does to get it. It's decently secure, decently comfortable. It's decent. But it probably doesn't compare to some of the places you've been spending your days in the past. It's no Club Ascension. It's no Waldorf Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
About an hour later, so come around midnight, Victor makes his appearance. He doesn't knock on the door, he just opens it. Comes inside.
Oh, that makes me uncomfy.
Mm-hmm.
Was it locked? We probably would have locked it, no? Oh, he just has his own key. Okay, cool. Love that. I don't know what I expected.
Am I with you? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Mick, so happy to see that you could join us.
Yes. Hello.
I hear you've gotten yourself into some trouble recently.
Not because of anybody's help. Or actually, no, it is exactly because of somebody's help. Nothing of my own personal doing, just somebody getting in the way, I think.
Well, I hope you can take care of them.
Time will tell.
Mick, I understand that the prince has bound you and Valerie together. Who am I to undo a coterie fashioned by the prince herself? So, you may stay here for as long as Valerie stays here, if Valerie permits it. The two of you may hunt in this domain. To that effort, and he kind of gives you a wave to follow him out the door.
Valerie is scurrying behind.
As soon as he gives the directive, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And Mick's gonna follow, but he is observing.
Victor proceeds to give you a little bit of a walking tour of the domain. There's not a whole lot to speak of, to be honest. He points out little restaurants that he says might be a good place to get a bite to eat, right? He points out apartment buildings where he knows some of the neighbors are friendly or unfriendly. Nothing that he can't handle, of course. Some of the features that are most prominent to you, especially for you, Mick, you are looking around thinking about how you're going to get your hunting done.
Mm-hmm.
And in this sort of residential area, there's a lot of nice little gaps between buildings. Places where people put their trash and shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Some places behind restaurants or some such. You know, this isn't a huge nightlife destination, but people might come out here for drinks with friends at some point. They might stumble into an alley or two. More than that, though, you might notice people kind of coming and going on the street, individuals, right? And all of this kind of capstones with this one building, which he points out as he walks past. There's a sign in the window. It's a pretty, well, it's a sizable building for the property, just for, you know, New York real estate, but it's pretty small for what it is. It's a homeless shelter. There's a sign in the window that reads, Blessed Resurrection Shelter. Victor points this place out. He says, this here, if either of you two are hungry, this is very convenient. There's a couple of back doors in I can show you. If you go in at night, there's a curfew around 9 o'clock. If you go in at night, the lights will be out. Most of them will be asleep. And the ones that aren't asleep won't get involved if they hear a scuffle. So, it's not so difficult. If either of you are especially in need, there are a few vessels which I keep to myself. You won't find them just out in the floor in there. But if you need them, I might share, should you ask. You understand?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Valerie. Any questions between the two of you?
Oh, I think I've got it.
All in all I ask is that you don't overfeed if necessary. While I am proud of my domain, 3 Kindred in such a space may prove challenging. So, but many people come and go, not the least because any gestures to the homeless shelter again. So, it shouldn't be too difficult to find what you need. If that's all you need of me, then I'll leave you to your night.
Valerie's like side-eyeing Mick the whole time, like just to make sure he's not gonna say anything.
He's not, but he's watching.
You didn't show us where you sleep, Victor.
Oh. I have a haven in one of the buildings, not far from you. But it doesn't matter too much where precisely I sleep, does it?
Well, I mean, if I wanted to see you.
If you wanted to see, and he holds out his hand for you to take.
Give a hand.
Takes your hand, and he leads you a couple of blocks down the road.
I'm assuming Mick is not being told to follow.
I mean, he didn't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Mick's gonna distance himself a little bit, but he's gonna follow.
He leads you to a little cafe with a couple of little tables, outdoor seating, right, just on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Come here, take a table for yourself. Insist on that one there." And he points out a specific table in the sort of in the corner of the outdoor dining space. As soon as I can be there, I'll come around and we'll talk about whatever you need.
Okay.
I'm so happy to have you back here, Valerie. Back, I mean, under my protection. I missed you.
I missed you too.
Good. Mick, enjoy the rest of your night. Look after this one. Keep her safe.
I intend to.
He smiles a little bit at that, looking you right in the eye.
Mick smiles back.
Good night to both of you. Again, I have some things I need to see to. And he just heads down the road, leaving the two of you once again with nothing but each other's company and the few kind who are out and about on the street at this hour.
Are you all right?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
You went from unsure to obedient in the flip of a coin.
I don't want to talk about it, Mick. Let's, we have to come up with a plan for Jake. We need to figure this out. Please.
Mm-hmm. Any suggestions?
No. I was really hoping you'd figure something out. What about, Tayshawn?
I don't exactly know how to get a hold of him, right? Like, I just told him I would help him, but
Pretty
other
much,
than that,
yeah.
there's... Yeah. We don't really have a way of communicating. Just... he pops up when he wants to. Same with Gareth, actually. It's sort of insufferable.
I'm sure Crid could help us.
That's a price.
Always. There always is. Are you hungry?
I'm fine. Do you need to eat?
No. No, I'll be okay. Should see what Crid can do for us. I think Tayshawn's probably the best place to start.
It's actually sort of thinking about Gareth. Asking what he knows. He was the first one that told me that I pissed people off.
So he knew.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Gareth has a connection to Jake?
He has some sort of information.
Okay.
Whether it's direct or not, I'm not sure.
Well, if you don't punch him when you see him, I will. I'm not sure how well that's gonna go over, but I'm gonna just.
We'll get cred then.
Mhm.
Do these alleys have rats?
These alleys have got a lot of rats.
Oh, good. Good. I need to speak. He would look for the napkin eater and just go, I need to speak to Cred.
Forgot about it.
And I know that's not going to be instant. In the meantime, if I can, I want to feed Poppy that last feeding of blood.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Poppy, the one-eyed pigeon, correct?
Mm-hmm. Most punk rock pigeon you've ever seen.
You found Poppy in Turtle Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And this little bird has found you wherever you went, basically. Must have memorized your face and is tracking you across New York City.
That's fine. I believe that. He's a good old soul.
You could find Poppy just in an alley, and you make a little incision. You spill some blood to feed to the bird. That is going to take a rouse check.
A 10!
Very good. So you spill blood, but not enough for your hunger to increase. Very good. And finally, this pigeon is bonded to you. It is your Famulus. I'll double check what all exactly that means.
It means he's going to ride on my shoulder for a little while.
Yeah?
You gonna get him an eye patch for the other eye?
I should.
Maybe a hat?
Valerie, Mick comes out of an alleyway with a one-eyed pigeon on his shoulder.
Is that the thing that was pecking at the window a few nights ago?
He's not a thing. He has a name. His name is Poppy.
It's not coming in the apartment. Mick, I swear.
Oh, he's a good bird. Does the apartment have roof access?
Yes. Rule of cool, I'm saying yes. I'm not thinking about the logistics.
He lives on the roof. Relax.
Does it bite?
Oh, it doesn't bite. Unless I tell it to bite. I think then it might bite.
I'm gonna lean forward and try to scratch the pigeon.
Oh, just like
Yeah,
little
maybe,
scritches?
Yeah, little scritches on the cheeky. It's the fucking pigeon noises. I just going.
See, he's fine.
Yeah, I'm assuming it didn't bite me. That's good. I am gonna text Sage.
Who?
My brother.
Oh, right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. This is the first we've really heard of Sage, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I had said I
He's
texted him after
mentioned.
I got the phone, and that was like the extent of it. I haven't contacted Dad because no.
Right. Your mortal brother.
Mm-hmm.
Where does Sage live?
He is going to. What's the name of it? Columbia University. So probably staying there. I'm assuming they have dorms. I don't know, but
yeah, I'm sure they do.
Following in Dad and Valerie's footsteps.
Yeah, they do.
So, yep, housing. So.
Very cool. What are you saying to Sage? You're texting him, you said?
Mm-hmm.
This is the content of this text.
Just... Want to ask if he would want to meet up tonight? I know it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, but college student life, probably awake. So...
Mm-hmm.
I think that's way too fucking far away, though. I don't think about it.
Okay.
Meet up soon, then. We'll go with soon.
Soon. 1 a.m. Eventually you get a message back after like a couple of minutes, and the response is just, "Oh yeah, hey. Not tonight, but soon? Do you want to get lunch tomorrow?"
She'll text back, I'm working all day. I won't be able to leave the office until, like, I'll say like 9 p.m. We'll go with
Doesn't our
that.
night start at 6?
He doesn't know. He doesn't need to know. Maybe she changed
No,
stuff.
No, I was just trying to give you wiggle room.
Oh, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
He goes, yeah, sure. I'll text you tomorrow and find somewhere to meet.
Sounds good. Miss you, love you, hearts.
He gives you a little heart back.
Just one singular
Just
heart.
one.
Just one heart.
Better
Heart
than leaving me
reacts
on
the
red.
most.
Heart yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's it.
Columbia's in Manhattan. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't either. I was trying to look it up.
A bunch of New York experts we are.
Yeah.
Truly the most qualified to represent the city.
I
In a
left
game
when
of
I was
Vampire the
3.
Masquerade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left when I was 10, and it's been 18 years.
Mm,
I saw Hamilton on Broadway.
that's such a tourist thing to say.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I saw Cats. No,
Oh no, get out!
that's it.
Fucking cats, man. The worst. Literal worst.
Okay.
Anyway. Lord, okay.
Anything else you guys are trying to accomplish when you have this time?
I should just try to feed, damn it.
What's your hunger at?
2, but
Mm.
because
I
I
mean-
got stressed.
Right, you wanna keep tabs on that. I don't know if you remember the last time you were at 2 hunger and you were like, "Oh,
It's
it's
fine.
fine. I don't need to eat."
Yeah.
It significantly
that's when,
got worse. Yeah.
I think
got-
that was when
yeah.
I lost my throat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was the start of the domino chain that led to Mick not having a throat. So,
Yeah. I remember that
fine now.
moment. I'm at 2 hunger. I'll be fine. I remember looking at you like, what did you just say?
you gonna try to eat, Valerie?
Sure am.
Not a lot of dedicated goth clubs in this little slice of Hell's Kitchen, so you're gonna have to work for it. It's gonna be a little tougher for you than
Mhm.
usual. But you will find that though this is not a large domain, this is, what's the best way to put it? It's a well-stocked larder. It's going to be easier for you to find food than you're probably used to.
It's a melting pot.
It is indeed. Isn't that lovely? So many flavors.
Variety pack.
It is.
Valerie, are you looking for a particular resonance tonight?
Yeah, I wanted to... Oh wait, no. Nope, not tonight.
Okay.
Maybe on the next night.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
man.
Hmm?
I kind of wish I failed that rouse check so I'd have a check of hunger so I could go try and hunt down what I need.
But you could still go. I
you
hunted
could
when I
still
was
hunt.
at 1 hunger.
Yeah.
With 1 hunger, I could still hunt?
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
can still hunt.
Oh, okay.
You just won't actually reduce your hunger unless you kill them. But
Oh,
if you
okay.
just need a particular flavor
Resonance.
to increase your... Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to do that then.
Cool.
But after Valerie.
All right.
Is it still my usual pool of manipulation and persuasion?
It is indeed.
Okay, I got 5 successes.
5 success. That's a lot of
Hell yeah.
successes. That's plenty. That is plenty enough successes.
Sweet.
You find a vessel. They are not particularly strong flavored any which way,
Mm-hmm.
but they do the trick. You just take in one little sip.
Just 1 sippy sip.
All right. Mick, and for you?
Oh, I'm looking for somebody angry. I think that's what we agreed. Like,
Angry,
I forget what the
yes.
exact phrase is, but that we used. But
The term is polaric.
that one, polaric.
Polaric, yes.
So, are we using our new our coterie stuff now, or whatever?
You are indeed, yes. So, with all of the back alleys in this neighborhood, as well as a nearby homeless shelter, frankly, Mick, it is very easy to assault vulnerable people in the night and feed from them.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
you're gonna get a total of 2 dice bonus to your rolls, which I think
It's total of 8.
that's a lot of dice. Yeah, you guys, we redid your coterie points, and we put them all into hunger shit, into feeding.
I didn't get a single success
With 8 dice?
with 8 dice. I didn't roll higher than a 5.
I did this for you!
I know.
Are you fucking... Burn your willpower! I'm having
I
none of
don't
this.
have any. Oh wait, when does willpower refresh?
At the start of a session.
Oh, okay. Then I'm except for the aggravated.
Except for the aggravated.
I can't
Right.
believe that. What are the odds?
Really
One,
bad.
one,
Really low,
3, 2
actually.
Yeah.
This is
One-
impeccably unlucky.
1 3 2 5 2 1 3 3. Yeah, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. At least a 1 wasn't on the hunger die. What? Yeah,
Yeah.
burn that willpower and try again. Okay, this looks better. I got 4. 4
Four's
successes.
enough. 4 is
Okay.
enough.
Good.
Was this a critical then?
No, there's 4 successes.
How many dice did you reroll?
Oh,
You should have
shit,
only
I did that
rerolled
wrong.
3.
I should
Yeah.
have only rerolled 3. Never mind then. All right, hold on. Let me
Ye-
just roll all over again. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, you
You
can't.
could
yeah,
just
no.
take away that 1 success from him. I mean,
Nah,
I'm cool to do that unless you insist on
2.
reroll.
I have 2.
Oh, Mick.
Yeah, it's okay. It's alright, it's fine. This is Mick's life.
Well, the difficulty to hunt in this domain is 3.
Yeah, I know. I know.
2 successes is enough to succeed at a cost, if you'd like.
Ugh.
The cost I will impose on you is you are looking for someone very angry, and I rolled for you. You can find someone very angry to feed
Mhm.
upon. They're so angry that they're going to put up a little bit of a fight.
Oh, okay,
and
good.
you are going to... I'm going to roll a few dice, and you'll take superficial damage.
Oh, okay.
Is that an acceptable cost for you to succeed at?
Yeah. Kind of fitting, honestly. That's what this is all about.
How much damage did he take?
I don't know yet.
One superficial damage.
Oh.
You lucked out on this roll. But
Puny human. Sorry.
human. Yeah.
Hmm.
You get a grip on this big, beefy, angry man. You get your teeth into him. You can taste that rage.
Just like Mom used to make.
Mick, are you okay?
Mick is not okay, but that's besides the point. I was just making a joke.
With this taste of choleric blood, you can spend points. For you, specifically, choleric can be used to buy points in celerity or potence. Your choice.
I believe potence is what we talked about.
Indeed. If that was what we talked about.
Yeah, I just gotta find it so I could copy it into my sheet.
Would you like to disclose what ability you are taking, or do you want to keep that, if you want to surprise everyone later?
Let's surprise later.
Okay, cool. I think I remember you telling me what ability you were taking.
I did.
So.
Yeah, yeah, it was at your recommendation, and now I have to find it.
It's all fun and games until he just fucking One Punch Man's Victor in the face.
That Victor, that's a ways off, but maybe immortal. We'll see. Hunting done. Do you guys have anything else that you'd like to do, or are we gonna fast forward into the next interesting thing that happened to you?
I just have a quick question because I can't remember right now. How many points is that?
This is your second dot in potence, correct?
Mm-hmm.
10 points.
10. Okay. Cool.
I don't have anything to do. She might rearrange some furniture in the apartment, but that would be about it. Something stupid. Is it a one bedroom apartment, or did I get a 2-bedroom at least?
It's a 2-bedroom.
Oh, okay, good.
Victor accounted for that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Nope, I'm good.
Later that night, getting to about 2, 3 a.m., there's the sound of something hitting your window, like a bunk.
Poppy?
Did you bring Poppy inside with you?
No, I didn't.
Well, perhaps you think it is Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
You go out and you check, and instead you see out on the street Kindred tossing little pebbles at your window.
Oh,
How romantic.
My buddy.
He sees you as you look out the window, Mick, and he gives you a wave with his monstrously large hands.
Okay. Well, I'll head on. Valerie, Crit's here.
Okay. Alright. Let's go.
You head out down the stairs of your little apartment building. You get outside into the street. Crid's there to greet you. Hey there.
Hey, Crid. How's it going?
Doing good. You know, good as it gets. Times like
Indeed.
these, right?
Yes. Times like these.
Hey, you said you wanted to talk. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. We're looking for someone. Or are we looking out for them, or are we just trying to get in touch with them? Which is it?
I think we just need to find him. I don't know.
I'm looking for Gareth.
Gareth?
I want to punch him again.
Don't tell him that.
No, you Us are good at keeping secrets. Until someone buys it off us. Anyway.
Of course.
Yeah, we can fight Gareth for you. You just want us to figure out where he's hanging out? Let me make this clear, because the rate changes depending on what exactly you're asking for. You want to know where you might be able to find him? Do you want to know where he does his hunting? Do you want to know where he sleeps?
I mean, all of this information sounds lovely, but I think some things are better known for later. I would just like to know where he's hanging about.
Right. I don't think you could afford for me to tell you where he sleeps anyway. Premium knowledge.
Could you tell me about what that costs, just out of curiosity's sake, though?
I think that'll cost you a favor outside of your grasp. Something that'll really shake things up for the Nos. You know what I'm saying?
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Valerie's staring at Mick.
What? I can't be curious?
How long would it take to find him, Crid?
Well, I'll get back to you by tomorrow. Or I
Done.
should say, I'll get back to you by the end of the night tomorrow.
Sounds good to me.
In the meantime, Mick,
Yeah.
didn't you say something about being ready for your next lesson? You know, with the, was it a squeaker squeaking? You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to, but it's going to take a little more time, I think. I've got a lot going on right now, so I do
Right.
intend to continue that, but there's a lot right now, so...
Yeah, no. Rough shit out these nights. But,
Yes.
we worked out a price.
Mm-hmm.
Caught wind that you might have had a bit of a run-in with some Duskborn, right? Bit of a close
Yeah.
encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They happen to have something on them,
Yeah,
like these little bottles or something like that.
certainly.
Did you save
So-
any?
I did. Did you like them?
We'll take one. You give us
Alright.
one, we'll get you a wolf.
Oh, the price for that. I thought you meant the price for Gareth, but understood. I'll hold on to it then.
Alright, well. As for Gareth.
Mm-hmm.
No, y'all ask a lot of me. Still haven't paid me back for those vessels I dropped on your lap. You remember that? Way back when? At the burnt husk of Ascension?
I apologize. I've completely forgot about that. I suppose I have to pay you for that, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
You
Whatever.
want to pull it all up into one payment?
Let me feed here tomorrow night. Can you do that?
That is something you have to ask Valerie, because this place belongs to someone that I am not directly connected to. I can't make that call.
Valerie?
I can't agree to that. I'm sorry, Crid.
Well, I mean, could you wrap a couple up in a nice package and leave them out for me?
Well, I don't see why we couldn't manage that. It's easy enough. Says the guy who couldn't roll above a 5 a second ago.
Leave them outside the domain, maybe?
I believe that's what he means.
Yeah.
If that's what you gotta do.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
How many? 2?
2. 2's what I gave you, 2's what you owe me.
Understood.
And, just as a personal favor between friends, I wouldn't mind if they were, kind of the violent type again.
Really?
Yeah. Kindred's gotta keep up his strength these nights, right?
This is true. All right.
And then, with that all squared away, as for Gareth, heard you stayed at the Waldorf a couple nights back.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
What was your room number? I see you struggling. I don't think I actually gave a room number, but that is what Crid is asking.
Oh. Okay.
Would you trade this information for your favor to get your hands on Gareth?
So, if we give you the room number, you'll get a hold of Gareth for us?
Well, he'll find out
Or
what
find
Gareth
him,
is
yeah.
hanging about.
Yeah.
You tell me the number of the room you stayed in. I'll find out where Gareth spends his time. Point you somewhere that you'll be able to find.
Alright.
Seems like a good deal to me.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious why you want that information.
I don't think that's part of
Valerie.
the deal.
Obviously I can't tell you the specifics, but...
Not even for me, Crid.
Pretty faces don't work on us.
Oh,
But
I
hey.
called you pretty.
Yeah.
Child of Malkav, right? Shouldn't you know better than anyone? Tiniest little hints might reveal more than you think. We taking this deal or what?
I don't see a problem.
Alright. He pulls out a little business card, which is... The business card is for, like, a local lawyer who you might have seen, like... It doesn't matter. Like, his name is on, like a
It's on a
bus
bench
stop
somewhere.
bench
It's one of
yeah.
Vander Wyden's old cards.
And he rifles through his pockets and he pulls out a pen for you to write down the room number.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Writes
All
down.
right. Done and done. So, we got all of our business taken care of. I'll be back with some information about Gareth. And how about you have some lunch ready for it, right?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
In an alley, correct? That's
Yep.
how you typically... Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we'll have all of our business squared away.
Great. Hey, be careful, alright?
Always. But you think you gotta tell a cockroach to be careful? It's in our DNA.
That's... I'm just showing care. That's all.
Well, let me know how that works out for you. And remember, Mick, next time you need a snack that's a little wild, you want to get those numbers up. You know the price.
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Cred.
Night, you two.
Night, Crib.
He crosses the street, disappears into an alley.
I am really concerned why he asked for the room number.
Probably because it's where Valentine keeps his guests.
Or someone was looking for us. Oh.
Hmm. Your master, probably.
That's just a death stare, Valerie.
Yeah.
What?
You're really getting on my nerves, Mick. Please. One
Is he
issue
not?
at a time.
Just
You think antagonizing me is going to make anything better? I'm fine. I want to handle this stuff going on with Jake and be done with it. I
Me
want
too.
our domain back so we don't owe anybody anything. And we just build a life there. Or unlife.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the apartment. Or you can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
No, it's fine. I'll tag along. Thank you, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be about the end of the night. That sound about right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys head back to your apartment. You get into your beds. Dawn comes, and before long, you two are dead to the world. A day is going to pass, and that means that you are going to have to make a rouse check.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
What happened?
Rolled a 1.
Both of you?
So we're
Look
both at
who's
2 hunger?
hungry.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Are we hunting this evening?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
For ourselves and for Crid.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, here's how this is going to work. I mean, Victor did specifically ask you not to over hunt. So, you two each are going to get hunting rolls for yourselves. And then you're going to have to make additional hunting rolls at a higher difficulty, 1 point higher each.
We didn't ask if Crid was gonna kill these people.
Good question.
He's not as horribly deformed as some of them, so maybe he won't.
I don't see how that follows whatsoever.
It doesn't.
Shush.
I'm actually not gonna feed, but I don't know how I'm gonna help find violent people, but I guess I will try.
Mm-hmm. You could give me resolve plus insight.
Sure can. Gotta use my Bruja bodyguard to knock him out.
With the homeless shelter nearby, it's a lot easier to find violent people, as fucked as it is to put it that bluntly.
Well, I got 1 success,
Yeah.
but I got 2 1s, and 1 is on a hunger die, so...
You got 1 success.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's enough for you to succeed at a cost. You cool with that?
What's
The cost? The cost is going to be that next time you hunt, it'll be at a 1 die penalty. As you sort of exhaust your resources in this domain.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll do it.
So, Mick,
Mm-hmm.
Valerie's not hunting, which makes it easier for you to find the vessels that you need. So you're going to hunt, and with Valerie's help, it's going to be easy for you to find the sorts of vessels that that Crid wants.
Okay.
So you're going to hunt for yourself first, or for Crid?
Shit. For crid.
Okay.
I'll take
So-
care of crid.
You can make your hunting rolls for Crid, and these will be at the regular difficulty, since you're prioritizing your Nosferatu friends.
And I am at...
4
The 1 die...
successes. What?
The 1 die penalty is at my next feeding, like for myself, you said? Right?
Yes. 4 successes is enough.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to knock this person unconscious?
Yeah.
You know you might take stains, right? This is harm to an innocent.
I mean, yep. What else are we gonna do?
Your strength plus brawl is so high, plus you have 2 dots of potence, and you have the lethal body ability. I'm not going to make you roll to knock out
And
a
prowess.
You're
Okay.
right. There's no way a mortal can, an untrained mortal can fend you off.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to take 1 stain for harming this innocent, but you did not kill them, so it's just the
Okay.
1 stain.
He wants
Give me another
2,
roll for
though.
Crid's second juice box.
Was I supposed to be rolling that? Because I rolled.
You could if you want to.
Okay. But, well, what am I rolling my standard hunting roll? Is that I mean, that's what I did. I'm just...
Someone's
just
gonna
checking.
have to knock them out somehow.
Okay. Well, I had 4 successes. I don't know if that's enough, but...
4 successes?
Mhm.
Is enough.
Okay.
Yeah, the crid hunts are at normal cost,
Mhm.
so we need 3 or more.
Right.
And now, Mick, are you going to be the one to knock out this individual as well?
Yeah, I mean, spaghetti arms over here isn't gonna do it.
Take another stain, my friend.
I'm not getting a stain by proxy.
Do you think you should take a stain by proxy?
I mean, no, if you're if you're not gonna make me take one, but honestly, probably for assisting. But
You're assisting and abetting in an injury to an innocent.
Nicholas.
Take a stain, Valerie.
Okay.
1 stain for your assistance. Unless either of you have personal convictions that you think justify this behavior.
No.
No.
Not at all. Not at fucking all.
Alright.
Next vampire's gonna have a self-conviction to drink heavily or something.
Mick, you wanted to hunt for yourself.
I don't know
So-
if I'm going to, man.
I wouldn't.
It'll
he
be
said
at
not for
difficulty
feet.
4.
Mm-hmm.
You roll for it.
No, I don't think I'm gonna do it because I don't know what constitutes for overhunting and
Every day, probably.
Mhm.
wow.
So.
I mean, this is what the overhunting is. The difficulty is increasing.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a shot. Why
Give
not?
it a shot. Yeah.
I have fucking 8 dice.
I also just don't want Victor to walk up in the apartment and be like, "Hey, so,
Yeah.
people are missing?"
Where the
No.
fuck are all my tasty homeless people? Yeah.
No, nothing for me. I'm just gonna let it go. I'll just sit on 2.
Damn, really? You failed another roll?
3 successes.
3 successes is enough for you to succeed at a cost if you'd like. Do you want to get into another fight?
No, it's okay.
Was I
'Cause I
incorrect
gotta
with the pool being 3?
No, it increased the difficulty because
that's
we're
true.
trying not to
Okay.
overfeed.
I understand. Right.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I because that's just another rouse check to heal those wounds in the morning. So I already have 1.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you
Oh,
could
you
heal
should-
them. You can heal them at any time.
Oh, is it at any time?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So,
Fuck me.
you have these 2 individuals who you've pulled into an alley. You've knocked them out. You've bound them. You're gonna keep them on ice somehow, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you 2 are doing this, you hear a familiar voice. So, is this what the 2 of you are doing now? That looks like fun, I guess.
It's Victor.
It's Valerie Duval.
Oh. Mick's ignoring her.
Just keep dragging them away.
Yeah.
Valerie drops hers. I imagine she was
Mick
dragging him.
grabs Valerie's and just starts dragging both of them by the feet or whatever the hell they were doing.
Sorry to interrupt. I don't know, whatever this is.
Would you like something, Duval?
I would. I don't know if you remember what the prince said, but I believe I'm entitled to your assistance. Or at the very least, your assistance to me would be better spent than your other options. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, you specifically, right? Or both of us?
The both of you.
What did you need help with?
This Jake character has to die. That's what the prince has decreed, right?
Mhm.
2 of you seem to know him best. And the way I see it, you owe me because you had that little rat Emily in your hands and you didn't give her to me. Like I thought you would. You know, I really thought that we understood each other, Valerie. What, did you let him tug on your heartstrings? She nods towards Mick.
I was outvoted on that.
Outvoted. See, that's why teamwork is overrated. But ironic, here I am, haha. I wouldn't mind having a chat with someone who you 2 know. One of those little thin bloods who came by your haven the other night, so I understand it.
Dead.
Not all of them.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I put my ear to the ground, and I heard that one of them's alive. In Valentine's custody.
I don't give a shit. Go talk to him. If I don't let you talk to him, you'll just kill him anyway, and then there'll be a whole other war on my hands, so I don't care. Go ahead.
That easy, huh?
That's easy.
Alright. Well. I'll be sure to get the...
Sorry.
I'll be sure to get the information I need out of him. After she says that, she reaches into her purse that she kind of has on her shoulder. She pulls out an old, antique-looking pocket watch that the two of you might remember. She took a look at a while back. She clicks it open. You can't see the face, but you can hear it ticking. She checks the time, apparently. And
Why do you do that? The watch.
why do I check the time?
You seem antsy. The last time you were flicking it open and closed.
Antsy? Anxious? Excited? I just never know when it's time for fun, so I have to check. She closes the pocket watch, and she puts it back in her purse.
Can I go with you, Valerie?
With me where? To have my little chat?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna stop you if you're worried about that. I just wanna... see if I can get any information myself. Maybe something will click.
You sure you want to be there for that? Sweet thing? I don't know if you can... I don't know if you have the stomach for it.
I want this shit with Jake done and over with as quick as possible. I can stomach it.
She smiled.
Are you leaving now?
That was the plan.
I gotta cancel plans with my brother. I'm not saying that to her, obviously. Mick, can you handle these two?
Yep.
Do you want to come with?
No. No, I do not.
Okay.
Well, lucky you, Valerie. You'll get to see a Valentine. He's the one keeping the rat on ice. You know,
Yeah.
I went to talk to him. Thought he'd be reasonable. Said he wouldn't let me in unless you two gave the okay. Said that this thin blood was yours.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you two were friends.
Oh. How do I put this? Valentine has friends the way a dog in the park does.
Oh. He's got golden retriever energy.
That's fucked because that's what he said to Valerie
So he
last time
sees
she saw him.
He sees
Everybody's a
himself
friend.
in you. Yeah.
Well, the condition is that I go with. And you can
Alright.
talk with the thin blood, so.
Let's go then. Good night, Mick.
Mm-hmm.
She,
Too late for that.
Texting
Beckons you to-
Sage.
Yeah, what are you texting Sage?
Might have to reschedule for a bit later.
He sends you a little broken heart emoji.
Oh.
And then Jake,
Damn. Gen Z.
tomorrow, question mark?
We'll try tomorrow.
You'll try?
Valerie,
Mm-hmm.
Duval walks with you. And then she brings you down into the subway. You take a train. She brings you back to Valentine's domain. In fact, she brings you outside the Waldorf Hotel. She looks into the window. She looks around. She gestures towards you vaguely a couple of times, as if someone somewhere is watching and can see the two of you. And then, after a moment, she gets a little buzz on her phone, pulls it out of her purse, checks it, and then she brings you inside. You head inside. You walk right past the desk, straight through the lobby, and then you take a set of stairs down into that sort of maintenance staff area, the sub-level. She leads you to an area that is sparsely populated. And through a door, she brings you to a room which just has a small table on wheels. And besides that is the short, stout, thin blood, whom Mick had wrestled with, whom Mick had beat into torpor. He is now sat in this chair with his legs tied to the legs of the chair, his arms tied tightly behind his back, a gag in his mouth, and a cover over his eyes. Duval sets her purse on that little table, and from inside she pulls out a shockingly long and well-crafted knife. She looks over at you. She says, "Are you really sure you want to see me work, sweetheart?"
I mean, we have to get the information, and I want to hear it.
Shut the door then.
Shut
And
the
come
door.
take off his blindfold.
I'll take off the blindfold after shutting the door.
as soon as the cover comes off of his eyes, he blinks at the bright fluorescent light above him. He looks around. There's a lot of emotion in his eyes. He does not breathe. He does not gasp in fear. But his eyes betray all of the... I'm not sure which to say first. Anger or fear? Hatred? Staring the both of you down. Duval takes that knife in her hand. She puts one of her feet, still wearing her heels, and she puts her foot on his knee and leans down in front of him and puts the blade of the knife just underneath his left eye and says, I want to know about Jake. Mick, anything you're doing after you get those two squared away?
I'm making sure Crid's juice boxes don't wake up and run away.
Right. Alright. Well, easy enough, frankly. We'll say, unless you have something that you're trying to do before Crid shows up.
I don't think so.
Crid will arrive. You leave the vessels some ways off. And eventually Crid comes and finds you within your domain.
Hmm.
Hey, nice picks, by the way.
Oh, I'm glad you approve. I like to think I have an eye for such things.
Hmm. So, Gareth.
Mm-hmm.
He does his hunting here and there. Mostly in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
The neighborhood. Called Hunts Point. Maybe you heard of it.
Hunts Point in the east of the Bronx?
Yeah.
Alright. You alright then? No
I think
trouble?
so. Yeah, nah. Not a whole lot there. There's, maybe some more you might like to know if you got something to, sweeten the deal.
Well, what would you consider sweetening the deal?
Uh,
I have 2 of those vials. I could give you one now. Save the other one for the other thing.
We only really need the one.
Well, I do believe they're different,
Yeah?
but I think so. They are labeled differently, so...
Alright. Sure, you got it on you now?
Yeah. I imagine he does, because he doesn't leave anything anywhere, because he doesn't know when he's going to move again. And I forget what they say on them.
One says fog, the other says acid.
Right, I'll give him the fog one.
And I'll remind you, I believe you had a third that was unlabeled.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give him the fog one.
Fog. All right.
Yeah.
Takes it. He kind of rolls it in his hand a little bit. He's like, "That's smaller than I was expecting."
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
a
Well,
pain in the ass though dealing with them.
he stuffs it into one of his jacket pockets.
Hmm.
Gareth does a lot of hunting in Hunts Point.
Hmm.
It's a good place.
Yeah.
I mean, good for hunting. Shit
Mhm.
to live in. What I hear. Never lived there. Thing is, Hunts Point's not Camarilla.
Of course not.
Hunts Point belongs to an anarch called Torque.
Pork.
Torque. You know, like...
Tor.
like Torque.
Oh, like
Yeah.
you tore something. Right. Alright.
Mm-hmm. Torque's not someone you want to fuck with. People call him the Baron of the Bronx.
But Gareth is feeding in his domain.
Yeah. I mean, couldn't tell you why. I mean, listen.
Mhm.
Speaking for me, my opinion, I don't know Gareth that well. We try to keep tabs on everyone. Gareth hopped the fence over to our side. And I think he left a foot where the grass is greener, you get me?
Yeah. I understand. Shit.
Dangerous way to spend your nights, I gotta say. If you're thinking about it, Mick, I don't recommend it.
I take your advice into account.
Alright, well. Night-night.
Thank you, Kurt. Safe travels.
Mm-hmm. He disappears into the night. Valerie is going to be with Duval for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to act on this information now, or would you rather wait until she returns?
I think I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to involve Valerie in that.
Valerie, you've never heard a man scream the way that Duval makes this man scream. She gets her blade into some very creative bits of flesh here and there. She just keeps asking about Jake. I have to say that as you are witnessing this,
Mm-hmm.
there's your humanity, which is sickened. And then there is the part of you which unabashedly enjoys this creature's suffering. And you can tell that if Duval has the same two voices in her head, she only listens to one. She is unapologetic in how much she enjoys what she's doing. Frankly, at one point, You're going to remember that the door is right behind you and that you don't have to be here for this. And it is around that time where Duval says, Valerie?
Yeah?
Take his hair. Pull it back. I want to see his throat.
Ooh. I'm gonna do it.
She looks at you, and she smiles. And you're gonna take a stain.
Mm-hmm.
I figured.
As Duval continues to do her work, the thin blood starts to divulge information. He is stubborn, resolute. He holds out longer, perhaps longer than you think you might, given his situation. Eventually, he explains that Jake comes from some other city, some other place in the country. Nobody knows where exactly. That he's a thin blood, like all the rest of them. And when Jake came around, he was able to teach many of the other thin bloods abilities that normal Kindred couldn't do. That they had something about them that made them special. Duval kept pressing what exactly that was. He would not divulge that information. He told Duval to go fuck herself several times. By the time all was said and done, the only other bit of information that he gave out was how they keep coming. Those are the words that he used to Duval. He said, every night there's more and more of them. More and more. Some night, no matter how much stronger you all are, you're just gonna drown in a sea of thin blood. And at that point, Duval cut his tongue out.
Christ. Okay.
Well, not as fruitful as I was hoping. How do you feel, Valerie?
If Valerie could take deep breaths, she would be right now. Shame he didn't give us more. We asked to find Mick's sire in hopes he would have more information.
Why would he?
He had mentioned to Mick that we were pissing off a lot of people. But didn't specify.
Valerie.
Mm-hmm.
Duval, with one hand, takes a fistful of this guy's hair and holds his head upright. And with her right hand, she extends her blade, handle first, towards you. She says, "Would you like to do the honors?"
Man, none of us have ever had 3 stains before. Once.
Maybe I'm going for a record.
You don't have to.
She's awaiting an answer.
Sorry. Valerie's gonna stop and kind of think for a second and remember how they broke down the door to her apartment and were ready to kill them. And she'll take the blade. I'll mark the 3rd stain.
There's something in you that makes it feel good. And I don't know how you might feel about this, Valerie, on like your conscious level. On the person who maybe you hope you are, or the person that you were when you were mortal. But there is certainly something in you. Probably the same thing that hungers every night. Something that makes it very clear to you why Duval loves her work. Mick, you're heading up to Huntsman.
Mm-hmm.
Let me...
Am I actually taking the 3rd stain? I'm just making sure.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
Kill
okay.
the guy.
Our first chronicle tenant is do not kill.
Yeah.
But Duval can break it. It's okay for her.
Well, she's not in our club.
Well, fuck. I mean, Valentine killed 3 of them.
He is also not in our club.
So, from where you are, Mick, you're probably going to have to take the train to the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
You're going north into the Bronx. And then Hunt's Point is sort of like a tiny little peninsula into the river. You look south from some points of Hunt's Point, and you can see Queens across the water, as well as Rikers Island.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rather utilitarian-looking area with street art here and there, mostly thanks to spray paint and some industrious installations, but the buildings are square and brown.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Hunts Point is a pretty big neighborhood. It's hard to find one person just be like, yeah, they're in Hunts Point. But Grid gave you directions to a sort of warehouse area.
Oh.
And as you are looking around in this place, you do see in the distance, perhaps silhouetted against the moonlight, the stars reflecting off the water, you can see Gareth. He's heading somewhere, probably. Not sure where exactly, or where he's coming from. Not sure if he's eaten yet, or if he intends to. But he's here.
How far away is he?
He's a 50 yards down the way a little bit. He hasn't noticed you yet.
Oh, he's gonna whistle at him. Just get his attention. I don't know if the microphone picked that up or not.
It did not.
Okay.
It's fine.
That was all for me then.
He looks towards you, towards the whistle. Head on its swivel, really.
Mm-hmm.
You can see his shoulders kind of slump.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts walking towards you at a brisk pace. As soon as you are close enough that you can hear him, he says, Mick, what the fuck are you doing here?
Looking for you.
Why?
Because you have a loud mouth.
Yeah?
Last time I saw you, you told me I pissed some people off. I need to know. I need to know what you're talking about. I need to know who I'm pissing off. I need to know what you know about Jake.
Jake.
The fucking man of the hour, yes. The one who's trying to kill me and Val. One who's got me up Shit's Creek without a fucking paddle.
Fuck. Yeah. Alright. Fine. You really want to know about Jake? You want to do this?
Yes.
He's a fucking psychopath. Alright?
Okay.
He showed up in town one night, rallied all the fucking thin bloods that, huddled around the Anarch's warmth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rallied all of them up. He's got his own little cult or gang or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Call themselves the baby team.
It's ridiculous, man. Anyway.
It means something to them. I don't know. All right.
That's it. That's all we've got.
I mean, I don't know, Mick. What do you want from me? You think I'm fucking Wikipedia? Like,
I mean, you're walking around in Anarch territory, so you know something.
yeah. So you know whose place this is. You know you shouldn't fucking be here.
I would say you shouldn't fucking be here either, but here we are.
It's none of your fucking business.
Yeah, well. Funny how that works.
Fucking pissing me off, Mick.
Good. You piss me off. You don't know where he is?
Who?
Jake.
No, I don't know where he is.
Mm.
He's a fucking ghost.
Mm.
But way I understand it, if you really need to know, he's I wouldn't say pals. I don't know, but he and Fry, they work together sometimes. I think Fry's got a soft heart, feels for the thin bloods. Thought maybe this would be good for them.
Well, I guess he was wrong. Because he's just going to get them all wiped out.
Yeah.
Or they'll
Which-
try.
Mick is not my problem, and it's not yours either.
Unfortunately, it fucking is my problem.
How's that?
Because I don't have a place. I've been run out of my fucking domain.
Yeah?
And it's because they're sending fucking psychopaths because we decided to try and help them. They attacked us.
Yeah. Soft hearts, huh? Nights like these.
It's the only sort of situation I think I've been in where I've helped people and it's just completely blown up in my face.
Yeah. Get used to that.
Thanks.
So now you're gonna have to pay me back for all the information I just gave you, right?
Didn't say anything about that.
I am now.
Well, you should have clarified that beforehand. I asked you a question. You're supposed to be fucking helpful, you know that, right? To me, at least.
Why?
Because I'm the reason, you're the reason I'm fucking here. Seen people with more fucking sympathy with you among those fucking snakes.
Oh, really? What, and you believed it? Yes. What, they said they were your friends, they gave you a little pat on the back?
Oh no, no pats on the back from them.
Look at me, Mick. Not a single fucking one of us. You know what? That's not true. I was gonna say not one of us has to be here. Has to be like this. The truth is, some of us did. And they're the fucking sickest of all. You know what? Wish I didn't make you.
Yeah, me too.
For your sake and mine. You've been a pain in my ass since the beginning.
All I did was make you make a little bit of an ass of yourself. I don't know what else problems I could have brought you.
You're standing here right now where you should not be.
Well, I will leave then.
Here's what you owe me for what I told you. Alright? Keep your mouth shut about me being here.
Oh. That's good to have in my pocket, thank you.
Mick, I'm not fucking around.
Alright. I know you're not.
Who told you where to find me?
Oh, that... No, sorry.
Watch your fucking back.
Is that a threat or is that concern? Or
Both.
advice? Oh, good. Come and get me. He'll leave. Or try to.
Duval cleans up this little room. There's a knife slick with vitae, if you can call it that. Slick with blood in your hand. Well, would you like to say hi to Valentine before we leave?
Valerie like checks her phone real quick. What time is it?
Considering it's probably past midnight.
Past
Like-
midnight.
1 a.m.
Okay. Yeah, we can go say hi.
Oh, I'm not going to.
Oh.
I'll wrap up here. You should be able to find him upstairs if you'd like to talk.
Okay. I'm not covered in blood, I imagine, right?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say I could walk through this hotel and not, like... Be in touch, Valerie.
I intend to, Valerie. this is just the beginning, There's much more we have to do. So many more of these for us to take care of.
Is the Scourge allowed to contact others? With a buffer, of course.
I suppose that's not technically breaking the rules.
I'll give her Sophia's number.
I might give you a call next time I go hunting.
Look forward to it.
Alright. Now, get out there and bat your eyes at that blowhard.
She looks real flustered and just walks out real quick.
Mm-hmm. You'll find Valentine in the lobby of the hotel. He's sort of pacing back and forth, kind of turning on his heel each way. He sees you as you arrive. He gives you a big smile. Valerie!
Valentine.
So good to see you. How have you been in these past couple of nights?
As good as they can be, I suppose.
You were just downstairs with Duval?
I was, yeah. She's cleaning up.
I would hope so. Yes. Of course she must do her work wherever it takes her, but here, I like this place. Anyway, I had no idea you were interested in the work of the Scourge.
Honestly, I just wanted to make sure that she didn't screw me out of any information.
Wow. Speaking bluntly tonight, Valerie.
A bit. You, seem to be pacing. Were you waiting for someone? Me, perhaps?
Of course, you. And Duval, waiting to make sure your work is done, and my domain is left as it was found.
I trust she will take care of that. It's, really good to see you again.
It's good to see you as well. I don't know the specifics yet, but I believe Arturo will be hosting another little soiree soon enough, if you'd care to join me.
Of course. Let Sophia know. We'll be in touch.
Very good. Alright. Well, I should speak with Duval before she leaves. If you would please bear my good wishes to Mick and to Victor.
She looks down for a second. I'll let them know.
Very good.
And I'll see you soon.
See you then. So it seems like you are both heading back to your Hell's Kitchen temporary domain.
Mhm.
Would you like to meet up there? Maybe discuss your eventful nights?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You
Sheesh.
guys, please go ahead.
Did Crid come pick them up?
Yeah. Yeah, everything went fine.
Did he tell you where Gareth was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went and looked into it.
You looked into it.
Mm-hmm.
Where was he?
Out
Did
at Hunts Point, somewhere in the Bronx.
Okay.
Pretty sure he's playing for both sides. Something's going on, I don't know what.
Oh, you found him.
Yeah, found him.
Anything important?
Just said that Jake works with Fry. He doesn't know where Jake is. So now we have to look for Fry. Well, I know where Fry is.
Right.
So I get to go upset the man with the sword again. And he also told me he wished he didn't make me, which honestly just seems like Cliff Notes at this point.
Well, he's an ass.
Yeah, they're all asses, Valerie.
I'd be completely screwed without you, Mick.
I know you're getting along pretty well. How'd you do with Valerie, Duvall?
She tenses up a little bit. Maybe, what happened is kind of starting to set in. Not much either, to be honest. Jake's from another city. He's a thin blood. I didn't get this fully written down. It was had something special stuff going on. I didn't fully comprehend that because I was listening and writing at the same time.
Jake taught the Thin Bloods here in New York, or at least presumably the ones who follow him. But Jake taught them how to use powers and abilities that normal Kindred can't do.
Okay.
Said something along the lines of, he showed the Thin Bloods how they're special.
Okay. So,
Well, I mean,
and there's just going to be more and more of them.
should kill him?
Yeah.
Mick, I would like for you to roll Wits and Insight. And Valerie, you can roll your choice of manipulation or composure plus subterfuge.
I have rolled.
You said manipulation or composure and?
Or composure plus subterfuge.
Okay, well, I have nothing in oh my god, yeah, I'm having a absolute...
Subterfuge.
Yes,
That's
anyway.
That's tricky.
I have one dot in composure, so I'm rolling manipulation. 2 successes.
Mick got 1 success.
Mm-hmm. 1.
All right. Well, Valerie tells you, Mick, that Duval killed this Thin Blood. Sounds like something Duval would do.
People like that. They respond to words. They don't respond to death threats. It's a shame.
He responded well enough.
You just told me you didn't get all that much. We already knew those things. We just didn't have it explicitly said. And now he's dead, and whatever other information he had is gone.
He wouldn't have given anything up.
Not with the way she does things. She's a monster. Although I guess we all are.
Right, Mick? Sometimes we have to do really fucked up things to get information that we want.
But do you just... That's fine. Fine if that's how you feel. Well, I'm not sure just what to do. I mean, obviously, go after Fry, I suppose. Unless we're forgetting somebody, as we already have.
As you are having this conversation, you're interrupted by the sound of tapping at your window.
Well, not now, puppy.
It doesn't stop.
Okay. He'll... Oh, it's Crit again.
He waves his hand.
Did we need him again?
No.
Oh shit, okay.
I mean, who knows, maybe, but I didn't call for him.
Okay. I guess we're gonna go visit Crid.
Mm-hmm.
You head downstairs, and Crid just gives you both like a little smile and says, "Hey!" And then he pulls a little crumpled up note from his pocket, and he extends his hand for one of you to take it. Either of you?
I'll take it. Is everything all right?
Yeah, just doing my job.
Oh.
A letter.
Oh, a letter. Appreciated.
Yeah. All right. Good night.
Good night.
Crid departs. You open up the little note, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it reads, "We need to get this problem solved. Meet me here tomorrow night, midnight." He gives a little, what's the word? Cafe in Queens. An address for a little cafe in Queens.
Mm-hmm.
And it is signed Larson.
Nice. It was meant for both of us, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's not addressed to either of you specifically in the
Understood.
note. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Not canceling plans with Sage again. God damn it.
It was for midnight.
Who the fuck
Oh,
is
fine.
Sage?
My brother.
Oh. I didn't know you had a brother.
It's probably a lot you don't know about me, Mick.
I could say the same. I have a brother also.
Younger? Older?
Younger.
Same.
Mm-hmm. Should be careful with that sort of thing.
Well, the way I see it, if we're, getting into some shit here, and I just want to see him.
That's understandable. I haven't seen any of my family members since.
Parents?
They're around, but that's fine. It's mostly him that I'm worried about.
Yeah. My brother's doing well for himself. I've distanced from Dad a lot
Mm-hmm.
since. He's a cop,
Oh,
sort of.
I bet I know him
You think so?
from before.
Richard Murrow? Is that
Oh, do I know that name?
I don't know. I heard you tried to suggest that
Mick
you've
gets
been
in trouble a
arrested
lot?
by every cop in New York City.
I mean,
Dad's actually a detective, or
oh,
something, I think. But yeah,
You
so I mean,
probably
if you
don't
fucked
know
up,
him.
yeah.
yeah. Well, you say he's a cop, so he doesn't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Doesn't ring a bell, but I mean, I've punched enough cops and I've been arrested by enough, so.
How many times have you been arrested?
I don't remember.
Unreal.
There's a lot of oppressed people that need a voice.
So you solved your problems with punching even before?
Times.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't solve the problem with punching.
But you made a dent in it.
I did.
Did you punch Gareth?
I did punch Gareth, didn't I? Early on?
Tonight?
Oh, not
Not
tonight.
tonight.
Oh,
No,
you're
you
talking about
have
tonight?
punched Gareth before,
Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
that's what Valerie is asking.
Not in a while. But I have.
Hmm.
I almost did tonight, but he kept talking. And I thought if I stopped him, then maybe I'd miss something. I should have fucking punched him.
Yeah, maybe if he... Second there was a break in his sentence, you should have just...
You're encouraging me. That's
Yeah.
new.
I mean, you're right, we have only each other really to look out for. I feel like we can trust Valentine, sort of.
It's the only one I felt that way about, even a little bit. Makes me nervous.
And Victor's been helpful. But
Yes. It comes with a price, though.
everything does, Mick.
Some prices shouldn't have to be paid. Alright, well, I guess we have to meet Lawson now.
Right.
He needs this more than any of us, I think.
I don't know how much help I'm gonna be with talking with Larson. You know my feelings on this. You tried to
think
help, and they tried to kill us.
people I was helping were not people of Jake's gang. Not everybody drinks the Kool-Aid. That is something, by the way. Gareth said that Jake is fucking insane. Which, I don't know. He might be.
Jake hasn't met me yet.
I didn't say that. Well, I feel for Lawson despite, just his situation. So, if we can help him, helping him helps us. He's going to have more answers than most, I think. At least on this side of the fence.
If he decides to give any of it up.
Look at it this way, his life's probably in danger.
So's ours.
Which is why I'm saying, if we're willing to help him and it saves his life, or unlife, whatever, I imagine he will cooperate and communicate. He has more individuals that he is supposed to be looking after than anybody else. They said as much when we were in that meeting, or interrogation, whatever that was. He is being set up to fail, not only by the Camarilla, but by his own people. So,
We haven't exactly been given the best start either, Mick.
oh no, definitely not.
So... And you, far more than me. There might come a time when you feel like you need to actually be selfish and worry about yourself before someone else. Whether it's me, whether it's Larson.
Well, we'll see if that day comes. But you and I come before anybody else.
She nods.
Including Thin Bloods and Lawson.
I'll hold you to that, Mick.
I know.
Dawn is approaching. You guys have anything more to do or say before you sleep through the day?
I don't think so.
I didn't mean to rhyme. It sounded kind of pretentious.
Val is just texting Sage to meet up probably early, maybe around like 7 or 8-ish.
Okay. It's like 4 a.m. right now.
He'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can
It's a text. Yeah.
you can send that text. Yeah. All right.
He'll see it when he sees it.
Mm-hmm. Mick, anything from you?
Nope. How much time's left?
If it's about 4 a.m., you have like a couple hours.
Oh no, you know what? He doesn't have the means to do that, so never mind. No, he's just gonna go to bed.
Okay.
Or to, whatever the hell it is.
To bed.
He's gonna go to coffin.
You day sleep in a bed. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Sleeps on the floor underneath the bed.
Rouse checks, friends.
Oh, right.
I did roll, and I succeeded. Thank God.
I failed. So that's 3 hunger.
3 hunger. We're gonna do some quick hunts
Yep.
this evening.
Yep.
Valerie, do you need to hunt?
Yeah, I should.
All right. Hunt.
All right. Who's going first?
You probably should.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
7 successes.
That's plenty.
Messing up.
Yeah.
2 sips for you.
Yeah. Yeah, double tap that.
All right, thanks.
Oh, man. Hallelujah.
Got 4.
4 is enough.
Take him a single sip.
No particular flavors for either of you, fortunately. All right.
Mick took a double sip, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, are you doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
thanks.
So you've just eaten. Valerie, you have plans to talk to your brother, right?
Yeah.
It's like 8, so you could feasibly get dinner with him at one of the, at a little restaurant somewhere if you like. Or maybe that's not a good idea because you're not going to eat anything.
I mean, I could. I just might not enjoy it. But I probably shouldn't chance that.
You have to make a rouse check to activate Blood of Life. Or
Right.
Blush of Life.
You know what? Fake it till you make it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I gonna regret this?
What hunger are you at? Are you at
1. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A 6. I succeeded.
Hey.
All right.
Oh my God. She's probably not eating a lot. Got a small appetizer or something to that effect.
So you went and you find your brother at this restaurant. Probably nothing too bougie, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're set at a table. You're served water, sage. He looks at you. He smiles. He says, "So, like, how have you been? Where have you been? It's been so long since we've hung out."
Yeah, it's been months. Oh, maybe. Oh, has it been almost a year? I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, just hanging around. I've been in Turtle Bay. I've been just a couple different places. Work takes me wherever. So,
Yeah. I mean, I'm always here, so.
how's school?
It's been good. It's been, trying to keep focused on it, but there's a lot going on and stuff. I met this girl.
Oh,
Yeah, her name's Cassandra. And I don't know, I thought he goes on to tell you a little bit. Okay, I have to address this. I see you like frantically going through your
Yeah.
notes.
yeah. Why do I know
You-
that name?
Where do you know that name from?
Yeah.
What was the name?
Dragon Age Inquisition,
Well,
maybe?
that I know. Okay,
Yeah.
alright. I'm freaking out for no reason then. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
yeah. I missed the name. Sorry.
Cassandra.
You've not heard of a
Oh.
Cassandra.
Okay.
At least if you have heard of a Cassandra, I'm running out
Okay.
of names for NPCs.
Okay.
He's telling you about this girl that he's seeing and how, like, you know, he's like, you know, like there's something. It's not, right?
Mhm.
Like, and as he's talking, your food is served. You are
Yirco.
intending to eat food with your brother,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
What is your humanity?
6. Until the end of session.
At humanity 6, even when using Blush of Life, you need to roll composure plus stamina to keep down food. What is your composure plus stamina?
3.
3 dice? Oh, man. Get ready to roll some willpower if you don't want to throw up on your brother.
Throw up blood on your brother.
Okay, so I got 3 successes.
You did?
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I don't know if that's enough though, is it?
3 successes is just enough.
Oh my god.
You almost
Gotcha.
painted your brother red.
Would it have been like immediate?
It was nearly immediate, yes.
Fuck.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
You take a bite of the food and you force it down your throat. It tastes like dirt. It tastes like ash.
Right down the
And-
throat.
You could feel you want to heave it back up. Meanwhile, Valerie, as you're having this conversation, I would like for you to roll wits plus aspects.
That's not good. It's not good at all.
Hey Valerie, I forgot something else.
3 successes.
3 successes, you said?
Mhm.
As you're eating, or eating in quotes, you're seated by a window, and you happen to look over out into the street, and there's some people milling about, going this way and that. On the other side of the street, leaning against the facade of a building, there's an individual who you do not know, don't recognize. Just a young woman, perhaps 23, 24. And you can tell that as she stands there and as people walk past her, paying her absolutely no mind, that she is obfuscated. You can tell that you can only see her through your
Ability.
gifted sight. Yes.
Mmm.
Christ. Okay.
And as soon as you look at her and you kind of like make eye contact, it is obvious that you've seen her.
Mm-hmm.
She very casually kind of just stuffs her hands in her jacket pocket and turns and starts heading down the street. Meanwhile, Mick, you're supposed to meet Larson at noon. Anything of interest you'd like to do
At
before
midnight, you mean?
then? Midnight.
Mhm.
The noon of the night.
Hmm. No.
That's valid.
Play with Poppy for a little bit.
Yeah?
Teach it
Tell
fetch.
us-
Teach him
fetch.
little
us-
tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of tricks you teach birds because this guy's not going to talk. Oh, you know what? I'll teach him how to coo some songs. I don't know.
Oh, that's fun.
Bridge over River Kwai or something like that.
Mm-hmm. All right. After your dinner with your brother wraps up, unless you have anything in particular you'd like to say to him before you're done.
Have you talked with Dad recently?
Oh, yeah. He called the other day. I think he just wanted to check in, He's like, making an effort or whatever.
How dare.
Trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
Well-
has he not called you?
Usually doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, sorry.
It's okay. Used to it. I'm glad you're doing well, Sage. Really.
Yeah. Are you doing... I mean, you said that you're busy. I guess I just assumed that that's good, but, like, you doing all right?
Yeah. Yeah, everything's been alright.
Your dinner with your brother wraps up. And eventually you're going to head back to your apartment in Hell's Kitchen.
Mm-hmm. I think she would kind of like they'll split, but she might follow him back to the campus, like without him knowing,
Right.
obviously,
Mm-hmm.
just to make sure he gets back okay.
Okay.
Oh no, you're rolling things.
Give me wits and awareness. Or resolve and awareness, if it's better.
Awareness. Three successes.
Very successful. You are tailing your brother
Mhm.
at a distance. You follow him down to the subway. He catches a train. And as you are kind of looking around, you spot a rat. Big one. That is kind of hugging a wall off in the distance, trying to keep away out from all the people going out and about, kind of trying to keep to the shadows. And you see, as your brother gets onto his train, this rat is watching. You can tell you've never seen a rat just stand still the way that it is watching the train and watching you.
Kill it.
Is this train crowded? Or like the subway area, crowded?
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
Fuck. No one would notice if I gave the rat a little boot onto the tracks. Sorry.
That's diabolical, and I love it.
Someone is gonna happen to be filming, and you're gonna get put on the fucking internet.
Oh,
You'll be
good.
the rat kicker lady.
Rat kicker.
Just
Kicking rats.
stumble, accidentally kick the rat. No, I'm kidding. Fuck. I mean, if I'm seeing it, they're watching him, not me, right?
Hey, you see it look at you.
Okay. I'm gonna keep tailing him.
Okay. Besides that, you see him get home safely.
Okay. Okay. I didn't want to be known as the rat kicker. Clearly a priority.
You return to Hell's Kitchen?
Exterminator.
Yeah.
Alright. You find Mick at your place, at the place that you now share. It was about 8 o'clock. You have a couple hours before you're supposed to meet Larson, but you have to get there, of course. It's in Queens.
Okay.
Anything exciting happen while I was gone?
Pigeons aren't very good whistlers, so it's actually been very boring. I've been trying to teach him how to sing, but he just coos all the time. He's doing his best, though. Little scritches.
He stretches out his wings and cranes his neck to give you the best spots for scritches.
Perfect. Of course. Whatever Poppy wants.
Someone was watching us at dinner.
Oh. How do you know? Saw them.
They were
Not very good at it, are they?
hidden. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention, at some point, Valerie, within an hour after you ate, you're going to have to throw up all that food.
So she's probably rushing home to throw up.
Mm-hmm.
Get thrown up on the rat.
Yeah, throw up
So-
blood on the rat. Yeah, because people wouldn't call 911 for that.
Start screaming plague.
So when Valerie comes in the door, she probably starts with that and then runs into the bathroom to throw up.
You can just hear her heaving in there.
We can do that. What did you do?
Shut up.
Just showing concern. Anyway, did you lose them?
If I had to take a guess, and she's like stumbling out of the bathroom.
He put out a hand if she needs to catch balance.
No, she's taking the door frame. Sorry.
Yeah, whatever.
Someone asked the Nos to spy on us. Maybe me specifically. There was a rat when I got onto the subway watching us. I know that
I'll
sounds
say-
stupid.
I mean, that.
The
What?
woman who was watching you, the young woman, she was not Nos. You could tell.
Oh, I could tell. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to. A rat doesn't mean anything. That's just. Poppy could have been a rat. Well, I would have called him something else, like Rodney, but.
Rodney the rat. Okay, that's
Poppy
something for
the-
another.
Pigeon. The alliteration.
Mick.
The point is, it doesn't have to be a Nos just because it's a rat. Anybody that can bond with an animal.
Well, someone who is bonded with an animal,
With a rat.
with a rat, is following me.
And you don't know if you lost them or not?
We were sitting down to eat. I saw them through the window. They walked away.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the rat, and that was it. So I don't know. They could have
Right.
still been following me. I just wanted to make sure he got back to the dorm safe.
Right. Well, for all we know, it's just the fucking Camarilla keeping an eye on us and making sure that we're working on things. Who knows? Best not act drastically until we know it's something we have to look into. Can't spread ourselves too thin.
Right. Right.
Well, that's what I think, at least.
Also, I don't know if you've tried to eat human food.
No.
Food. Since don't.
Oh, is that why you threw up?
Mm-hmm. Except it'll probably be more immediate.
Well,
if you don't know what you're doing.
I will trade information with you. Don't try and smoke a cigarette. Well, don't put... I think it was actually more so the fire, but... cigarettes bad. Fire bad.
I'm good on that. Tried to smoke a cigarette.
I didn't try, I fucking did. It was just very panicking for a moment.
Understood.
Next up on your itinerary is your meeting with Larson.
Mm-hmm.
That's at noon.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what we are doing next?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You guys catch a train, I assume, or maybe a cab.
That's up to Valerie.
I'll take the train this time.
Wow.
Mm.
You guys take the train
We'll take...
to Queens.
You've grown a lot in the last couple of days.
Mick. Shut
What?
up.
I was being complimentary. Grief.
The train rolls to a stop where you are getting off.
Mhm.
It's midnight, so the trains are relatively sparse. There's a couple of people there. You make your way up to the surface, and you start heading down the street. The train let you off a few blocks from the destination that Larson gave you to meet with him. And as you're walking, you start to notice gathering, swirling around you, getting dense enough now to obscure your vision. You start to realize that this is more than you could expect on a night like this. Fog, a haze, a mist circling around you. And that is where we'll end our session tonight. Thank you for listening. Kindred in New York is made under the Dark Pack for Vampire the Masquerade and the World of Darkness. The music you heard is by Scott Buckley. Our story will continue every Wednesday. We hope you'll join us.